The most bizarre ways people tried to cheat death. Death has always been humanity's greatest enemy. No matter how powerful, wealthy, intelligent, or influential a person becomes, there is one reality that eventually catches everyone. For thousands of years, people have searched for ways to escape it. Some sought magical elixirs. Others trusted strange medical treatments. A few spent fortunes chasing eternal youth. And some experimented with ideas so bizarre they sound unbelievable today. Yet all of them shared the same dream: to live longer. Or perhaps, to live forever.
One of the earliest and most famous examples comes from ancient China. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, unified a vast empire and commanded enormous power. Yet despite controlling millions of people, he could not control death. Obsessed with immortality, he sent expeditions across distant seas searching for magical substances that could grant eternal life. His court physicians created special remedies intended to prolong his life. Unfortunately, many of these treatments contained mercury. At the time, mercury was believed to possess life-extending properties. Today, we know it is highly toxic. Ironically, the emperor's desperate search for immortality may have helped cause his death. The very thing he hoped would save him may have shortened his life instead.
Centuries later, another unusual attempt emerged. A French surgeon named Serge Voronov became famous during the early 20th century. Voronov believed aging could be slowed by transplanting tissue from young animals into older men. More specifically, he used tissue taken from monkeys. His theory attracted enormous attention. Wealthy clients traveled from around the world hoping to regain youth, strength, and vitality. For a time, his procedures became surprisingly popular. Newspapers covered his work extensively. Many people believed he had discovered a scientific breakthrough. But as medical knowledge improved, his claims fell apart. The treatments failed to produce the miraculous results he promised. Today, his work is remembered as one of the strangest anti-aging experiments in medical history.
Then there was John R. Brinkley. Brinkley became one of America's most controversial doctors. He promoted an extraordinary idea. He claimed that transplanting goat glands into men could restore youth, energy, and masculinity. Thousands of patients believed him. Many paid large sums of money for the procedure. For years, Brinkley built an empire around these claims. He became wealthy and famous. But scientific evidence never supported his treatments. Eventually, investigations exposed the practice as ineffective and dangerous. Yet his success demonstrated how far people are willing to go when promised a way to defeat aging. Perhaps one of the most shocking stories involves Eben Byers. Byers was a wealthy American businessman who became obsessed with a product called Radithor. The drink contained radioactive radium. At the time, radioactivity was still poorly understood. Many companies marketed radioactive products as health boosters. Byers drank bottle after bottle, believing it improved his strength and well-being. For a while, he praised the product publicly. Then, the consequences began to appear. The radiation severely damaged his body. His case became one of the most famous warnings about the dangers of unproven health treatments. What began as a search for vitality ended in tragedy.
Not every attempt to escape death belonged to the past. Today, some people are pursuing longevity through advanced science and technology. One of the most famous examples is Bryan Johnson. Johnson spends millions of dollars every year trying to slow the aging process. His routine includes extensive medical testing, specialized diets, exercise programs, and constant monitoring of biological markers. His goal is simple: reduce biological aging as much as possible. Unlike many historical examples, his approach relies heavily on modern science and data. Yet the motivation remains remarkably familiar. The same desire that inspired emperors and inventors thousands of years ago continues today. The desire to live longer.
Another modern approach sounds like something from science fiction. Cryonics. The idea is straightforward. After death, a person's body is preserved at extremely low temperatures. Supporters hope future technology will eventually become advanced enough to repair whatever caused death and restore the individual to life. Several organizations already offer these services. People have paid significant amounts of money to have their bodies preserved. Whether this will ever work remains unknown. At present, no human has been successfully revived after undergoing cryonic preservation. Still, the idea continues to attract believers.
Some futurists have proposed an even more radical possibility: digital immortality. Rather than preserving the body, they suggest preserving the mind. The concept involves creating a digital version of human consciousness. One day, advanced computers or artificial intelligence systems might be capable of storing memories, personality traits, and perhaps even aspects of human thought. Would such a copy truly be you? Scientists and philosophers continue debating that question. Yet the idea demonstrates how humanity's oldest dream has evolved alongside technology.
What makes these stories fascinating is not simply their strangeness. It is what they reveal about human nature. Across thousands of years, cultures, and civilizations, people have repeatedly searched for ways to avoid death. The methods changed, the technology changed, the beliefs changed, but the goal remained the same. From emperors drinking mercury, to surgeons transplanting monkey tissue, to businessmen consuming radioactive drinks, to modern entrepreneurs measuring every aspect of their biology, humanity has never stopped searching. And perhaps that search will continue for as long as humans exist. Because while countless people have tried to cheat death, death remains undefeated. At least for now.